Today, we're going to be reviewing the SGear Expert Advisor. This video is sponsored by our free Golden Time Bomb Expert Advisor. Take your trading to the next level through automating the London breakout and the opening range breakout. Click the link in the description to download the EA completely for free. So here it's a pretty interesting one because they're really putting a big focus on transparency in the sales page. However, their back tests look extremely fake. So there's kind of a dichotomy here, which is a bit interesting to analyze. So here it says that it's an expert advisor that is following higher level market rhythm. So whatever that means, but my understanding is it's probably a bad Google Translate of higher time frames. And it's avoiding short-term counter reactions or impulsive market behavior. So likely this means trend following on a higher time frame. And that's pretty much what it's saying here. Why no artificial intelligence? It's saying that pretty much it's hard to make AI actually work nowadays in a trading context. So I partially agree with this, but not fully. Like I do think AI can be pretty helpful if it's based on fundamental data, or if it's based on essentially reading the news or assessing what the market is doing and knowing how to control entries or exits. But at the same time, I don't think you can have a fully AI-based EA nowadays, because frankly, there needs to be a real technical analysis strategy underneath it so that you're able to back test it. If you just do a pure LLM AI model, you can't test it. And if you can't test it, you have no idea if you have an edge. So that's why my belief is you should always supplement, not rely on it fully. So I would agree with them there. And essentially it's saying that in this little table here, that it is indeed trend following. There's a few filters, there's a fixed stop loss take profit, and that it doesn't trade a ton. It's more selective, so you're not going to see a huge, massive amount of trades. And here we can also see some back tests. Namely, we can see that it's exceptionally good. Sillily so. Here is turning $1,000 into $1.8 million with a mere 6% drawdown. I wish I could develop a bot that does that, but unfortunately, turning $1,000 into $1 million in a year, or almost $2 million, pardon me, is kind of ridiculous. Like, you're not going to see those kinds of returns, and if you did, you probably would not sell it for $299. So far, the reviews, not bad so far, but you have no idea if they're faked. Oh, I know some of the gentlemen here, but from what I can see so far, it's looking, at least the back test is heavily manipulated. So now if we go and look at the actual trades taking place, they seem to be occurring essentially with no rhyme or reason. Like, they are trading perfectly, and you can see it's a perfect straight line up. So it's turning 10,000, so it's not as ridiculous if you run it in a real back test. $10,000 into $74,000 with a 17% drawdown. Okay, so I guess if you use every tick based on real ticks, it's not as ridiculous. But guys, like, if you've been in trading for any period of time, if you see a line that looks like this, your alarm bell should usually go off. There's no such thing as a straight up line in trading. Unfortunately, I wish there were, but yeah, it's just not the case. And really the main thing is we have a 99% win rate with a 1 to 2 inverted risk reward. Obviously it's fake. There could be a real strategy when you run it live, because some of the guys in the reviews are smart guys who know what they're doing, so perhaps they've done further due diligence than what I'm doing here. But the back test is giving us absolutely nothing to go by. Let's see, is there a live signal up here? I don't think so. So unfortunately nothing in that category as well. So yeah, alas, we don't have a ton to go by. If we go to the inputs tab, also pretty much no information. They have a max drawdown. They have something that's maybe a news filter, but really this looks like total crap in my opinion. Like, anytime there's a straight line and there's no discernible strategy, it's not a good sign. Let's run as a final step more of a visual back test. Perhaps we can glean a little bit more information from that. Okay. This is another bad thing. Anytime you have a gorgeous graphic display, usually it's also kind of sketchy, because frankly, like, no real, I don't know, most real developers wouldn't bother with doing all these weird flashy lights. Some do, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of almost a meme on MQL5, whereas if you have no strategy, a perfect straight line test up, and then this seemingly fancy looking interface, usually they're trying to hide something. So here, looks like total crap in my opinion. yeah, really not that impressive. No discernible strategy, just some flickering and a bit of a fancy looking panel. And if you look at the actual trades, they're almost all just perfect, right? And that doesn't happen. You can't just like magically time it perfectly, sometimes going short, sometimes going long. Like, it's just really, really sketchy. So yeah, guys, there's nothing here. This is blatantly bad. Like, maybe it's relatively cheap, you want to test it out, but I'm not seeing anything here that shows credibility. So definitely not great. There's better bots out there. This is probably not the one for you. If you did buy it, leave me a comment, because I'm curious to hear why you bought it and what your logic or reasoning was. And yeah, we can chat about that. But for now, I wouldn't buy this bot. Take care.